Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. I hope you're all having a great day today. It's Monday, it's a crazy day, and we have a lot to talk about. Oh my goodness. I feel, we'll get there. Our house guests of the day are Candy and Joey. Yay! Thank you so much for the support. We could not do this without you guys, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again to Candy and Joey. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. And before we get started, I also want to thank our super chatters from Saturday because that's another fantastic way to support our channel and keep this going. So Dawn MH302, Jack D65, and Mark Pirjalo, thank you all so much for your super chats. Oh, thanks. It's spooky season. Okay, so when we left off, feels like a million years ago, Felicia and Blue were up on the block, and Blue was still in denial that Jag is the HOH this week, which he is, and that Matt and Jag are targeting her. Now, okay, of course, Jag is the invisible HOH, and he had told Matt, Corey, America, and Bowie, half the house, that he is, in fact, the invisible HOH. Suri and Felicia were not told, but they pretty much figured it out on their own. It's not that hard to read Jag's body language. I mean, also, they had a pretty good feeling that they could narrow down the potential winners with that BB Comics competition, right? So, all that combined, they figured out it's probably Jag, and they've stopped trying to convince Blue that it's Jag because she is just not accepting it. She thinks that it's Corey. Okay, so the house gets found out on Saturday morning that two POVs will be up for grabs this week. There's going to be two different competitions, one winner from each because it's the POV of duplicity, baby. So everyone competes in the first competition. They're not drawn for players. Everybody's got to compete because they want to still hide who the HOH is, even though everybody pretty much knows it. But whoever wins that first power veto sits out the second competition. Everybody else competes for the second veto. All right. So Blue and Felicia are both thrilled that they will have not one, but two opportunities to win a power veto to save themselves. On the other hand, you've got some people nervousing, with this twist in play. Jag and Matt, they don't want Felicia or Blue winning this because Blue is the target this week. Corey is always going to that worst case scenario, right? He's nervous. I don't think he thought of the one that actually happened, but Corey is nervous that Suri and one of the nominees will win, and both nominees will come down, and Jag will have to start putting up allies. And then Suri, Blue, and Felicia would control the votes this week. So he doesn't want that to happen. And it was funny because Matt was like, no, don't worry about that. Because if Suri wins the veto, we'll be able to convince her not to use it. Suri has a brain, okay? She doesn't need you telling her what to do. She can make her own decisions. But anyway, before the competitions took place, Blue decided this is the time to rat out America and Corey to Matt and Jag. Oh boy. Here we go. So she talks to Matt first, and Blue says, I have been rocking with you and Jag since day one. You're my guys. And she says, Corey and America have been trying to recruit me. They want you two out of here. And she really feels that either Corey or America is HOH this week. She's leaning towards America. Girl, wake up. And she says, those two are trying to take me out to take a number away from you instead of just going right for you because that would be too obvious. Blue, please open up your eyes. Your friend Jag is the one who nominated you this week. But Blue says to Matt, I hope that if you do win the veto this week, you will use it on me. And she's saying, if it's not good for your game, yeah, I'll be salty about it, but I will understand if you leave the nominations the same. So Matt says he's kind of nervous that if Blue comes off the block, maybe Jag is going to go up. Because Matt keeps trying to play it up like him or Jag are going to go up because Corey or America won HOH. So he's like, oh, I'm scared. I can't. Stop. Okay. Excuse me. So Blue says even if the nominations stay the same, she thinks she'd still have the votes to stay against Felicia. She feels like she'll have the vote from Matt, Jag, the HOH, and Suri. Like I said the other day, hard to watch. Blue, please stop. Again, Blue is saying we need to be careful with Bowie because she thinks that Bowie is a spy for Corey in America. She's also trying to make herself look more appealing to Matt and Jag. Like, pick me over Bowie. Don't work with Bowie, work with me. So, a little later, Blue has a similar conversation with Jag. And again, she's saying, Corey in America, they're trying to recruit me to go after you and Matt. And they're trying to use me. And she's saying, we would have the votes to save me if the nominations stay the same. Miss Lamb, keep me and we can go after Corey in America together. Let's move on. Okay, so Felicia was also having some chats before the competitions. She talks to Matt as well. He was a very popular person to talk to on Saturday morning. You know, everybody figured he'd have a really good chance of winning the veto. So she's asking Matt, would you use the power of veto on me if you win? Again, Matt's acting all nervous about who the replacement nominee would be. Like, oh, I might, you know, if I use the veto, Jag might go up. So then Felicia's campaigning against Blue and saying, Blue is playing you and Jag. She told me that she doesn't know who to trust because she feels she's at the bottom on both sides, right? She doesn't know who to work with. And Felicia says, on the other hand, Sari and I will be loyal to you and Jag. So at one point, Felicia straight up asks Matt, you know, she's famous for that. She asks him, who would you keep if the nominations stay the same? Of course, Matt says that he would keep Felicia over Blue, which I mean is true. He would vote out Blue because she is their target this week. So then Felicia starts talking about how she would rather see Matt and Jag make it to the end than Corey in America because she thinks that Matt and Jag are more deserving. They've won competitions, they've made the moves. Corey in America never win comps. They get other people to do their dirty work for them and they never have to show their hand. And once again, I feel compelled to say, you know, to bring up Corey has won HOH. He won the double eviction HOH, put Jared up on the block, stuck his neck out. Jared would have been evicted if it were not for the twist. But nobody seems to want to acknowledge that. It's also funny how they all act like Corey doesn't play this game and like he makes everybody do everything else, but then they always blame everything on him in America. So, okay. That's what we're going with. But after talking to Matt, Felicia was telling Sari about the conversation, and Felicia is back to thinking that either Corey or America won the Invisible HOH. Oh my God, Felicia. She tells Sari, oh, Matt seems so nervous that he and or Jag would go up if the nominations change this week. Felicia, it's called acting. Acting. Okay. Anyway, everybody seems to believe that Matt just is not even capable of lying, but he's been playing people all season. All right. So then the feeds went down for several hours for the POV competitions. The first one was endurance. So they really flipped the competitions around this week, having BB Comics be the HOH and then having what's traditionally an endurance HOH be an endurance veto. So it was the whole stand on your disc and hang on to your rope as it, you know, orbits around in a circle. And it turns out this competition came down to Jag and Blue. And apparently it was down to just the two of them for a long time, like hours of just the two of them. Yikes. So Jag ended up winning that power of veto. This should be a wake-up call for Blue, right? Like if he was actually working with her, wouldn't he like maybe let her win the power of veto? But like, will Blue realize that? No. Okay, so then the second competition sounds like was some sort of a crapshoot, and Blue ended up winning the power veto. So Jag freaking showed his ass staying in that endurance competition for so long to beat Blue, only for Blue to win the second power of veto. So yeah, Jag's target won the power veto. What's he going to do now? Also, I have to point out, Blue is the first woman this season to win a power of veto. 70-something days into the season, and we have our first woman POV winner. What? I mean, congrats to her, of course, But like this show needs to change some things up and, make these competitions more doable for women because come on. But anyway, there were also some punishments from the competitions. Sari has to wear a costume, which we'll get more into in a little bit. And Felicia got 24 hours of solitary confinement in the comics bedroom, which is like fine, whatever. But the really messed up part is that she has this like small bathroom tent in the room. Ugh, that is nasty. There was like a little basket with like drinks and like some bread and probably like peanut butter and stuff, so she would have food to eat. Um, but like the bathroom tent in the room, I don't know what exactly was in that tent. Probably like a commode or something, I would guess. But like, you gotta like sit in the room with your poop unflushed. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, Felicia's bummed that she's in solitary confinement for 24 hours. She's gonna lose that time to campaign for herself, try to appeal to the POV winners, right? But she says even if she is evicted this week, she will have made it to day 79. She's pretty happy about that, but she does want to keep playing. And she's hoping that a bigger target will go up on the block next to her because obviously Blue is going to use the POV on herself. So somebody is going to be going up next to Felicia. She's hoping it will be Corey, America, or Bowie. And she says if it is Sari going up next to her, she's pretty sure that she's going to go home because it seems like people really want to drag Sari to the end because they think that they can beat her. All right. So I feel so bad that she had to freaking do her business in that comics bedroom. That's messed up. So then Matt and Jag chat in the have not room and they're trying to figure out what do we do now? How are we going to be able to keep it a secret that Jag is the HOH? And we find out some more details about how this whole double POV thing is going to work because the order is important here. So Blue won the second power of veto, but she will be going first at the POV ceremony, which means whatever happens with Blue's situation could be changed by Jag, who gets to use his veto second, right? So he could, put somebody, he's also HOH, so he could put somebody else up in Blue's space and then take that person down, right? So they're brainstorming ridiculous ideas like that to try to still hide that Jag is HOH. So one that they were kicking around, they're like, all right, Blue is obviously going to use the veto on herself. What if Jag puts Matt up on the block secretly? Then Jag uses his power veto on Matt, and then Corey goes up as the replacement. So it would be Corey versus Felicia. This sounds unnecessarily messy. Most of the house guests already know that Jag is the HOH, and the others, aside from Blue, have figured it out. So, what makes this even more confusing, Matt thinks that they can play it off like America is the HOH, and she put Corey up to try and like throw everybody off a percent. So, you really think that people are going to believe that America turned on Corey or like would risk him going up on the block? The one that she lays with? So it's very ridiculous, but Blue comes in, this conversation ends good because it's too much. So Blue continues her stuff from earlier. She is ratting out Corey and America again. Blue says, America came up to me after the endurance competition and she pointed out how hard Jag was fighting to win. And she told me that should tell you something. That should tell you a lot. I mean, it should, but this is Blue we're talking about, right? I mean, this competition went on for hours, even after it was just down to Jag and Blue. She should realize that's not a good look, right, for Jag, if he's supposed to be working with her. But also, America making comments like this to Blue before the POV ceremony when America knows that Blue has burned her multiple times already. Why are you still sharing information with Blue at this point? Why? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, Blue says, oh, I just wish that you or Matt, Jag or Matt were HOH this week so that you guys could take a shot at Corey or America. So then they start talking about the slip and slide comp again, and I'm out. Just stop. Please stop with the slip and slide competition. All right. Meanwhile, Corey and America are making out in the scramble bedroom with some talking in between. And Corey is starting to get really paranoid about Blue, Jag, and Matt chatting alone in the have not room. He's like, what's going on up there? Why are they up there so long? Apparently, he's not paranoid enough to get up and go to the have not room and block that conversation. I guess he didn't want to risk looking paranoid. Maybe you should have been. I don't know. But Corey is a little bit nervous. Like, what if I go up as the replacement nominee? Right? That would suck for him. But they're assuming it's going to be Sari. So Corey's also kind of worried about all the shit that they've been talking about Matt and Jag to Blue. I mean, mostly the shit that America's been talking to Blue. But America is really downplaying what she has shared with Blue and saying, like, no, it's going to be fine. Like, you don't have to worry about it. I don't know. You have spilled quite a bit of information to Blue. I would definitely be worried. But in other news, Sari has begun her costume punishment. She has to wear this outfit, I believe, for a week. And she's got a unitard that she's got to wear full time. And, you know, she's been wearing like a hoodie or a robe over it. So it's not like she can only wear that. But when prompted by Big Brother over the loudspeaker, she has to go to this phone booth that they set up for her where that fist usually is inside, like under the stairs. And she has to like put on other items in the phone booth, like boots, a mask, things like that. And at one point yesterday, Big Brother prompted her to roll from one end of the yard to the other and back. And it just reminded me of the show We Can Be Heroes with the roll to Uluru. It made me laugh. I know that's kind of a deep cut, but anyway, good times. So Sari is not feeling this punishment, by the way. She's not happy about it. And Corey keeps bringing up how Sari like saw a plane when they were in the backyard. And she's like, that's a plane that could be taking me home. So yeah, she's been complaining about this punishment. But anyway, we're just getting started with that. So at least you're not pooping in the comics bedroom. So later, Jag and Matt are chatting in the bathroom. And Jag says, I want to tell Sari and Blue that I'm HOH. And he says, there is no, big surprise, there is no world where Felicia leaves this week. Oh, something else in the works? So Jag says, when Blue saves herself with her power of veto, I'm going to put America up as the replacement. And then I'm going to use my POV on Felicia, and I'm going to put Corey up next to America. Whoa, okay. So this is quite a turn of events. Needless to say, Matt is pumped. He has been wanting Corey out for weeks, so he is immediately on board with this. But oh shit, maybe Jag shouldn't have blabbed this week to everybody that he is the invisible HOH, because like now people are gonna know that he's turning on them. Like, yikes. I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I heard that he was gonna do this, I was skeptical if he was actually gonna go through with it or not, because we've seen big talks from Jag before, and then he just like doesn't go through with it. But he's all excited, telling Matt, "This is it. I'm gonna do it." And he's like, "I don't give an F. I'm gonna get blood on my hands either way. So why not put both of them up there on the block, right? Let's get both of them up there. Ensure that one of them is gonna go, because they were gonna target us next week anyway." Which we find out later is true, right? They've been kicking around the idea for a while, Corey and America. And then Corey was kind of like, oh, it'd be so hard to go against them. You know, they've been such loyal allies, but we'll talk about it in a bit. So, of course, if Corey and America are up on the block, they would prefer for Corey to be the one to leave this week. But they're a little bit nervous once Corey and America are up there. They're probably going to start spilling information about Matt and Jag's games. So they're like, we got to get ahead of this. So a little later, Jag starts making the rounds, and he's telling everybody about his plan. He lets Bowie know about his new plan. She is also very excited, just like Matt. She's like, let's draw that effing line. Let's get Corey out of here. Jag talks to Sari, and he lets her know, first of all, that he is the invisible HOH because he had not shared that with her yet. And he tells her that Matt is the only other person who knows. Why you gotta mess up these truths with a lie like that? I'm sorry, but when you tell partial truths and then you know the actual truth is gonna come out later, it's very sus. It doesn't make people feel good. So I think that was a mistake. But anyway, Suri is like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I know your mom must be so proud of you. And she's doing Suri things. Next, Jag starts talking about his plan and he says, I'm going to use my power veto. Both POVs are going to be used this week. Corey and America are going up on the block. And of course, Suri is elated by this news, right? She wants Corey out of here. She wants revenge for Jared. And Jag says that Corey and America have been pretending to be solid with me and Matt for weeks. They have been driving a wedge between me and Blue. The driving a wedge thing is a bit ridiculous because Jag has been driving his own wedge there between Blue and himself, but also he was doing the same exact thing, trying to pit Blue and Corey against each other, right? So they're all doing the same thing, right? Hypocrisy Hill, as Suri likes to say. But because Jag is in power this week, he's the one writing the history here. So he says, Corey and America have been plotting against us while we've been keeping them safe this whole time. I mean, Jag has straight up saved Corey multiple times, multiple situations. That is for sure. But also, like, he didn't have to do that. That's on you. But Jag says Matt and I are not gladiators for Corey and America. Not gladiators. All right. So late night Saturday, Jag has his spill session with Blue. And Jag reveals once again, he is the invisible HOH. Can you imagine if Blue was still like, no, I think it's Corey. I think it's America. So Blue immediately tells Jag, put Corey up. And Jag confirms, yes, he will be putting Corey and America up on the block. So Blue, hearing this, throws down her blanket, goes over to Jag for a big hug. She's so excited. Jag apologizes for putting Blue up on the block, and she's like, it's okay. She has like really weird reactions to things. I'm thinking of like when Jared told her that his mom's in the house, and she was just like, whatever. A lot of times she'll hear something that's supposed to be like really important and groundbreaking, and she's just like, okay. She's like Chad from SNL. But yeah, Jag starts talking about how he thought he could trust Corey in America, but he says the conversation with Blue before the POV competitions was really pivotal for him in realizing that Corey and America are snakes. They can't be trusted. He says they were driving a wedge between me and you, telling me that you were coming after me. I mean, she was coming after Corey first, but once Corey is gone, she was saying she'd be after Matt and Jag. So Jag says, I believed them. And he is revealing to Blue she was, in fact, his target this week. So Jag apologizes, and Blue's like, it's okay. Be a little upset. Damn. So Jag says, Corey and America have been using me and Matt as their gladiators. Stop with the gladiators. It's too much. Too much. So he says, we're the reason that they've made it this far, and I'm not playing their game anymore. So then Blue says, well, this worked out perfectly because I've been on the anti-Corey America train, Corey and America train ever since Jared left. I think it was before that. I remember her talking mad shit about Corey and America while Jared was still there. But she's happy that she's playing a role in taking them out, right? She's happy that she won the power of veto. She could be a part of this. All right. So Felicia, she's missing all the fun while she's locked up in solitary. Everybody else is finding out about this new plan. Felicia's just, faith of a mustard seed in there. So Sunday was a kind of a slow day for the most part. The house guests were all in really good spirits though. All the house guests that know about the new plan are freaking thrilled that America and Corey will be going up on the block. I mean, they're really like taking joy in it, like a lot. And the only people who don't know are Corey and America, the two targets here, and Felicia, who was still in solitary until like Sunday evening. So Suri and Corey chatted at one point Sunday morning, and Suri, she's got to keep up the charade, right? So she's acting like she thinks that she's going to go up on the block, and Corey is reassuring her, you're going to have the votes to stay over, Felicia. You're going to be fine. Like, don't worry about it. Ooh. All right. Matt was excited that Big Brother gave him some goggles and he got to swim some laps in the pool. He felt like he was in his element. It's so funny though, seeing like such a talented swimmer swimming laps in the Big Brother pool, which is basically like a big hot tub. Like it's not anywhere near the size of an Olympic swimming pool. So it's pretty funny. But anyway, America and Corey have a chat. And this time, America is the one feeling paranoid. Corey says, I feel good though, because he figures if Jag and Matt were going to make a big move against us, they would need Bowie on board. And he says, Bowie does not seem to know anything. You know, she's not telling us anything. For some reason, Corey feels like Bowie is loyal to them over Matt and Jag. No, she knows what the plan is. She knows that you're in trouble. She's psyched and she's not telling you about it. So, America and Corey agree if they win HOH next week, they will take the shot at Matt and Jag. I know it's going to be hard, but they decide they need to do it. They're getting down to it here in the game. Guess what? You're too late. The shot is going to be made at you first. So, as I said, later on in the evening, Felicia was released from solitary confinement. We didn't get to see it on the feeds. They blocked it out. So I guess they're saving that for the episode. But Jag, not long after she's released, Jag lets her in on the plan. And like Blue, she jumps up when she hears the news that Corey and America will be going up. She hugs Jag. She's so happy. This is the second time he's saving her with the veto. And she's like, I've been praying for this. And Jag starts going through his whole spiel about how Corey and America have been playing him. He's like calling them disgusting, which I think is a bit much because Corey and America were playing a very similar game to Matt and Jag. Of course, Matt and Jag have won more competitions than Corey and America, but they've all been playing the same way. So anyway, disgusting feels like a bit much. But yeah, yesterday people could not stop talking crap about Corey and America like all day. So okay, I'm going to take it back here. Remember a few days ago when Blue and Felicia were going on and on about how they both wanted a Final Five all girls alliance, but they were like, first step, we need to get Corey out of here, and then we can pull in America and we can make this thing happen. Okay, well, it looks like Corey's going to be leaving. But now Felicia and Miss Girl's Girl, Blue, Miss Girl, they're saying that they want America and Bowie out next, not Matt and Jag. Blue says, I don't think I'll beat Matt and Jag in the end, but my moral code is telling me that they deserve to be here more than America and Bowie. Boo! I'm sorry. Why don't you just write the check for Matt and Jag now? Like, could you make it any easier for them to get to the end and win? Are you kidding me? All this talk about a girls' alliance and like how Blue is a girl's girl and America's not. And Blue is here saying, like, I want to get rid of America and Bowie because they don't deserve to be here. Blue wins one competition and all of a sudden she deserves to be here over other people. It's too much. I'm hoping that Suri will talk some sense into them, but we'll see. So anyway, today, they had the power veto ceremony. And as planned, Blue used the power veto on herself. Jag put up America. Oh boy. Now, it may have seemed at this point like there were some shenanigans going on because remember, Jag and Matt were like brainstorming those ridiculous ideas about putting up an ally, having Jag use his veto on the ally to try and like throw people off, whatever. So there is a chance that Corey and America may have thought that something like that was happening. But then Jag used his power veto on Felicia and put Corey up on the block. Ugh. So we got Corey versus America on the block. Yikes. And when the feeds came back, some time had already passed since the POV ceremony. America was under the covers in the scramble room, silent. And then we have Matt, Jag, and Blue in the have not room. And they were talking about some conversations, perhaps arguments that had already occurred before the feeds came back. So we missed that. And when they were talking about the details of it, Big Brother blocks the feeds. Really? You can't let us just listen to the retells at least. So Apparently, Corey told Jag that he thought they were going to stay loyal to the five, and then they were talking about how, how would that be when Corey was targeting Blue, Blue was targeting Corey, blah blah blah, and it was just kind of like gross how Blue was like smiling and laughing with Matt and Jag, having a grand old time, um, talking about how Corey was so close to getting her out, so close to making it happen. Miss Girls Girl, you are celebrating right now with the people who were targeting you and trying to get rid of you this week. Jag literally put you up on the block. They were trying to get rid of you, and you will still be a target for them moving forward. Do you really think that they're just going to work with you now and bring you to the end, final three? If they wanted you out before, they will try to get you again. Anyway, America is crying in bed. Cirie, amazing jury management. Cirie comes in to comfort her, and America asks Cirie, "Did you know that this was going to happen?" And Cirie is claiming that she heard late last night. That's what everybody's saying. We found out late last night. They found out Saturday night, not that late. And they had a full ass day talking about this, laughing about this, being so excited for this. But Cirie says everyone knew. Oh, and she let America know, like, I'm going to give you your space, but whenever you want to talk, I am around. We can read some toothpaste bottles. We can hang out. Hello. So she was trying to make America feel better. So then a few minutes later, Corey comes out of the diary room. He goes over to America and he's asking her, "What do you want to do?" And America says, "Die." No. Okay. So then the feeds cut away because that's too much for live feeds. So when they come back, America is telling Corey, "I feel like this is my fault because of the info that I spilled to Blue." I mean, that was definitely a huge part of it. So she's telling Corey, "I want you to stay. I don't want to be here without you, blah, blah, blah." Corey is saying, "Yeah, I want to stay too, but I also care about you and I want you to stay." And he's saying, "I'm not going to let you fall on your sword for me." So there's a lot of dramatics. Semi understandably, but like there's a lot of dramatics. So a few minutes later, oh my god, a few minutes later, Matt and Jag are in the bathroom, and America has to go to the bathroom really badly. So she goes, she does her thing, and when she comes out, she's washing her hands. Jag says to her, "Let me know when you want to talk again." And America says, literally, F off. Honestly, I don't blame her. Good for her, right? She's just betrayed by Jag and Matt. And Jag's like, "Let me know when you want to talk." So America leaves the room. Jag's like, "Perfect." And he's like all freaking upset over America telling him to F off. What do you expect? One of my pet peeves in this game is when an HOH will put somebody up on the block and then they get upset when the person who was nominated is upset. You just put this person on the block, especially in a situation like this where they're supposed to be working together. I'd be pissed too. So, what was even crazier? So, after this happens, Jag wastes no time going up to the have not room to find Corey, who was chatting with Bowie at the time. And Jag tells Corey, "I want to talk to you and America with Blue and with Matt also so we can clarify things." And he tells on America like Corey is her dad or something. He's like, "Yeah, she just told me to F off." And Jag says, "I won't tolerate that level of disrespect." You just blindsided them. Like, what? You could have at least pulled them aside and told them what you were going to do. Jag's jury management is like toilet territory right now. But Corey says, "I'm not sure America wants to talk to you guys right now. So maybe just like give her some space and then we'll go from there." So Corey eventually goes back down to see America in the scramble bedroom, and he's like, "Hey, Jag, Matt, and Blue want to talk. Do you want to go talk to them?" And she's like, "No." Okay. So Corey goes to the have not room to talk with them. And they're like, "Well, we don't want to have this conversation without America. Like, we don't want to have to do this twice." So they're telling Corey, like, "Not now. It has to be all together." So Corey's like, "Okay, hope this is not going to be awkward with all of us. Like, whatever." All right. So then Felicia stops in to chat with America, and she's giving America a little pep talk because by now Jag has told pretty much everyone that America told him to F off. Boo freaking who. So Felicia tells America, if people want to talk to you, you should talk to them, right? Don't stop playing this game. And America's like, well, I don't want to talk to them. They were my best friends in here. I don't want to do it. I'm sure she's going to come around. But Felicia's like, all right, I get it. Like, of course, Felicia knows this feeling. She's been up on the block 5 times now. And she's like, I get not wanting to talk to people when you're heated. You don't want to say the wrong thing. So Felicia tells America, stay in here for a bit, but you're going to have to move on, right? You're still here. And I don't want to see you sabotage yourself. So Felicia also says, don't say F off to people. And like she's saying this while laughing. They laugh about it together. She says, instead, tell people that you need a little more time and that you'll find them when you're ready to talk. So, so then America and Corey chat again. And America's like, I know that I shouldn't tell people to F off, but I don't even want to look at these people right now. And Corey's like, well, the 5, they want to meet. And America's like, I don't see the point of that. I don't want to do it. What? I'm supposed to tell them that I'm coming after them now. They're coming after me, whatever. Like, it's out there. What is there to say? I mean, she should talk to them at some point just because she is probably going to still be here, but I get where she's coming from. I'm sure after some time she'll pull it together. But it would also be very hilarious if she just like didn't talk to Matt and Jag about it. So America says, from a viewer standpoint, but anyway, America says that she wants Corey to stay. She says, and if that is what you want, I will make that happen. Oh God, is she going to sabotage herself here so she gets voted out? She says, this whole thing is my fault, for spilling stuff to Blue. I shouldn't have done that. And I effed up. And she says, I care about you more than I care about this game. I get that they're like boyfriend, girlfriend now, and she's upset, but like, you're playing this game. Get it together. So Corey's like, of course I want to stay, but I want you to stay too. I care about you. He's been telling everybody else, like, I care about America more than this game, which is surprising him. And he says, I know how much you love this game, and I don't want you to regret not trying to stay. So that's all happening. That's all going on. As of now, Corey is going. We've got 3 days left until the eviction, so you never know what's going to happen. Corey is already like soft campaigning to people, right? He's going around talking to Matt, Sari. He's telling people things like, well, of course, he's like, I don't want to seem like a jerk. Hello. He's saying, I don't want to seem like a jerk campaigning against America.
Well, you are.
He feels like he's in a tough spot right now. But he really does want to stay. And one of his big campaign points, he's saying, obviously, if I stay, Matt, Jag, and I will be going after each other, so that's going to buy other people more time. And what was his other thing? That was like his biggest thing.
Honestly, does he have a shot in hell?
To stay? Probably not. But I mean, this season is crazy, so you never know. But it's been some entertaining fallout from that veto, I gotta say. We'll see what else happens. But I want to thank all of our super chatters today because y'all are amazing. So Mary Ellen L, thank you so much as always. Oh, I should switch to the other tab so I can see what everybody said. Mary Ellen L, thank you. Jack D65, thank you so much. K Diggs 2, thank you for the super chat. And K Diggs said, excited about a Jag and Matt steamroll? Absolutely not. Honestly, I think this was a good move for Jag, but at the same time, I would like to see Jag leave next because I just don't want to see the steamroll. It's so boring. We're still going to have 3 weeks left from this Thursday. So, like, I want to see some excitement in those 3 weeks.
What's Matt going to do without Jag?
I know, right? Oh, he would definitely cling to Sari, his mommy in the house.
Mommy.
Yeah. Camila Gamba, thank you so much for the super chat. Camila says, much love from Billy and I. Much love to you too. And happy 9th birthday to our baby Justice, who's also always watching with us. Oh, happy birthday, Justice. Hope you have a great birthday.
Hope you're living your best day, week, month, year, lifetime of birthday.
Absolutely. I believe I was 9 years old when I started watching the show in season 1. So,
yeah.
Justice, you're in good company, if I do say so myself. I hope you have a great day. David Cushmore, thank you so much for the super chat. David says, is Matt and Jag going deep run? Oh, are they going to make it deep into the game? Chances are yes. I mean, with Corey potentially leaving this week, they're not going to have huge competitors. I mean, Corey's not even that great of a competitor, right? they don't have a huge amount of opposition against them now in these competitions. I do think that Blue is capable of winning, but based off of her track record and the things that she's been saying, there's a good chance that she's not even going to target them. So I think they have a really good shot at making it all the way to the final two.
Let's hope for a kitchen cleaning competition.
Yeah, you never know. All right. Sean Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. Sean says, I'm so happy that Corey and America are being split up. Yeah, it's gotten to be too much. They're just way too comfortable making out all over the place everywhere.
And other stuff.
Yeah, Sean says, I just wish someone else won the Invisible HOH. Aren't these house guests forgetting that Jag was evicted? I know. Oh my God. Are they going to remember that when Jag is sitting in the final two? Are they going to take that into consideration? I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy to think that Jag was evicted and he's got a really good shot at making it to the final two at this point. David Kushmar, thank you again. David asks, who do you think is going to be in the jury second and third? Is there going to be a double eviction again? I do think that Corey is going to be number 2 in the jury. Number 3, possibly America. Possibly Blue. Like, I don't know. I mean, Matt and Jag are huge targets moving forward, but will anyone be able to make the shot? I have my doubts, but
you miss 100% in the shots you don't take.
That's right. Michael Scott, Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
So I don't know. And I think there probably will be another double eviction. I wouldn't be surprised if it was from 7 to 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably when they would do it. Because anytime after that just feels too late.
Yeah.
But I feel like there will be another. Wendy Will, thank you so much for the super chat. Wendy says, oh, hi. Nini girl, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We'll be watching this fallout as it continues. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a jury house update at some point. We got to see what Cameron's up to. So
no thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to see him playing volleyball with himself, but I'd like to see what happens when somebody else gets there. So that's where we are. We will be back tomorrow for another spoiler and an episode recap. So we hope you join us. Have a great evening. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody.